Welcome to the iconic Huntingdale Golf Club, this week's host for the Victorian PGA Championship. This is day 2. Yesterday, the score to beat was a 65, but if anything, conditions are even better out here today. So let's take a look at some of the morning's highlights.
Thank you very much, Alison Whitaker. And just before we do that, isn't it great that we've got PGA TV happening this year?
I completely agree. It is brilliant. A great initiative from the ISPS Honda PGA Tour of Australasia to get this going, give a little bit of publicity to those guys that make golf work in Victoria day in, day out, those PGA pros.
And lovely pictures here over the Huntingdale Golf Club. So much rich history. Why don't we take a look at the morning highlights? Michael O'Dwyer and Alison Whitaker with you. Here's hole number 15, an iconic hole here at this club.
This is a 7:48 tee time of Matthew Giles on the tee here and David Branston. And that was the overnight leader after a 65 yesterday. Trouble there on 15, sandbound. Dave Branson, 1 under for the day at this point in time. Shot a nice little 70 yesterday, still in the mix.
Yep, playing with Matthew Giles. Matthew Giles, tournament leader overnight, 7 under. Here he is. Second shot out of the bunker. This is a 141 metre par 3.
Played a lot of his golf over at the University of Southern California. Did Matt, spent a few years over there. Was an All-American for them. That one nearly finding the hole. It did roll out, however. And it's going to be a testy par save for the Sydney sider.
It's based at the Australian Golf Club in Sydney. Hosted a few Australian Opens recently. Now here's Branson for par.
3-time winner on the PGA Tour of Australasia. No trouble there for the 43-year-old from Sale. Nice little up and down.
Yeah, he liked it. Thumbs up.
He's an affable character, is Dave Branson. Nice to play with. Speaking of which, his playing partner, Matthew Giles here, this for par. And it's going to be a dropped shot. Such a big defence of this golf course are the bunkers. It's almost like a dusty sand. It's so fine grained. Very hard to judge, hard to get any spin on the ball.
He's got to tap this in for bogey and does so. He'll be disappointed though. It certainly is this tour, the pathway of champions, and we'll be showing you all the way from grassroots to the very top. Here again is hole 15, one of our feature holes this morning on this morning highlights, and Nevin Bassick on the tee.
Another Sydney sider in the field. Came 32nd here last year in the same event, and that one's headed a little bit left. Could be trouble. 74 for him yesterday.
Now, a good friend of yours, Matthew Griffin. I know you've spent a lot of time playing golf with him in your early years.
Yeah, we did. Both members at Victoria Golf Club, so we were really the only 2 juniors at the time, so we did see a lot of each other.
Did you have to borrow his shirts in those days?
Not quite. It might have looked like it, though. And that one's bunker bound. And that's going to be a very tricky up and down.
Yeah, golf apparel certainly changed since the early days, hasn't it?
Thankfully. Off the downslope here. See that club head way open. I'm just bouncing through the sand a little bit too much there, but job 1, give yourself a putt at par. Job 2, get it close out of a lie like that.
Did you just hear that? Said he had a wicked first bounce, really hard there. It's, as you said, those bunkers when they come into play, really costly around this course. Here's Nevin again with his chip shot from an awkward position.
Yeah, a little bit more green to work with there, so he missed it on the correct side. in good position to save par. Came second last year in the Holden New Zealand PGA Championship. This one back up the hill a little bit for Matt Griffin. Very methodical in his putting, always has been. Just won't quite turn back left to right enough. His brother Daniel, also a very good golfer in his own right. One of the professionals over at Spring Valley Golf Club at the moment.
And recently engaged as well, Matthew, our Order of Merit winner from last year.
Partner Liz was on the bag. She's absolutely thrilled to be out here. The weather has turned it on for us so far here in the Victorian PGA Championship.
Now let's see if Nevin Bassick can get his up and down. It's relatively short par putt. He does. Nicely done.
Once when I was playing with my friends, I hit it off a tee with a driver. I hit it really far and there was a gigantic tree in my way. And when I hit it, it got stuck in the tree. So I used my club and I threw it up, but then it got stuck, my club, but my whole group laughed. They thought it was really funny.
We're at the first hole here at Huntingdale Golf Club, surrounded by the beautiful clubhouse. Now it's a par 4, 391 metres, and it's a slight dogleg right to left. Now there is that bunker up on the right hand side, that's 330 metres. You do want to err close to it, but not in it, to open up the approach shot. Job well done. You've hit the right centre of the fairway and you've left yourself a beautiful angle on this approach shot. It's slightly elevated back up the hill to a 2-section green. Now, there is a front bunker on the left, that's nasty. There's a collection area over on that right side, also not so friendly. So important to be just a little bit short of the hole to set up a nice birdie putt. You've left yourself with a beautiful little uphill putt on the first green. Now, if you're in this front section, it's likely to move a little right to left off this mound, and then that changes. Up in that back left section, the high point's the back left edge of the green, so it will move a little left to right. So important to pay attention to slope, break, and also pace, because it takes little effort to get up that hill.
Certainly is a lovely hole, the first hole, and Alison will be showing us all the holes through the week, and you can see this aerial shot, such a beautiful layout here at Huntingdale.
Well, we've said it was iconic before, and it truly is. When I think about Australian golf, I think about this sandbelt layout. It sets up so well for big events, and we're reaping the rewards this week.
Now, as I said, we've been showing you hole 15, and it's a little beauty as well. And we go back to Gareth Pattinson, the left-hander, on the tee.
This is the 8:10 tee time, playing alongside Max McArdle and two of the girls that are out playing the field, the amateurs.
141 metres.
Had a great round yesterday, did Patterson, one of our overnight leaders. And that's a very solid tee shot. We'll have an uphill putt for birdie.
Now here's Max McArdle, his tee shot.
Also one of the crew that works with Tony Meyer. Max from South Australia. Had 73 yesterday, safely on the green.
Now there's young Piper Stubbs.
She is a superstar in the making. Everyone here at Huntingdale is talking about this young lady who won the club championships. She's just turned 13. But I tell you what, she's already about 5'7" tall as well, playing alongside Bree Loughlin as well, a good golfer in her own right, played some state golf with Bree.
I know you spoke to Gareth, he said he played with her yesterday and has got a lot of time for this young lady.
He couldn't talk highly enough, and I think he thinks that the sky is the limit for this young junior, one of two juniors playing in the field from Huntingdale, another boy out on the other side of the golf course.
And what an
Also,
experience for her to play with these guys, great pros in their own right.
very much so, and in form.
Birdie putt here for Gareth. Oh, just broke away on him. Good effort though.
Very positive putt. That's all you really need to do out here at Huntingdale's. Keep giving yourself plenty of chances at birdie. Try and keep yourself out of the sand if possible. No trouble there. Par tap in for Gareth Patterson, the Kiwi.
Max McArdle now, his birdie attempt.
Just couldn't quite convert. His biggest check came at the Fiji International, under 23,000.
Hi, I'm Peter Lunnard.
I'm Aaron Townsend.
I'm Dave Branston. I'm from Sale Golf Club and you're watching PGA TV.
My name's Isaac Richards. I'm a good golfer and I like hitting shots out of the bunker.
Yep, remember that name, Isaac Richards. Might put a bit of money on him in the big championships for, what, 15 years' time? Less,
Yeah,
maybe 13.
Maybe we'll give him a little bit longer. Who knows? Let him get settled.
Isaac Richards, remember the name. Here's Damien Jordan.
This is
His second shot into 13.
pretty handy, just a little bit past the hole. 318 metre par 4 is the 13th. This is his playing partner, Darren Beck. Born in South Africa but relocated to Australia. Clearly feeling pretty at home out there.
Absolutely, lovely shot in there. An interesting hole, this one, isn't it? 13th.
Yeah, not the longest, but again, another one you really need to pay attention to, particularly off the tee. So many people go left.
Like Corey Crawford, just then there's a good example, Alison, you're quite right. And we've just seen his second, now this is his third. Not a lot of green to work with.
No, this is the definition of being short-sighted on the golf course. Oh, but beautiful touch. Hello. Nearly cans it. And it's going to be just a tap-in par save for Corey Crawford.
Wow, fantastic. Well, fantastic up and down that will be.
That was a world-class shot. The putt's a little bit easier. You can leave the putter in the bag, Corey. Just take your wedge. I think he did.
Back to Damien now, birdie putt.
Yeah, just a little bit right to left. And then back left to right at the end. Straightens out off the edge of that bunker. There's been some pretty cheeky pin positions out there so far today. Can't wait to see what they come up with for our live coverage tomorrow in the final round.
That's right, we'll be on air for about 6 hours. They're playing both the third and fourth round on the Saturday. Should be some good golf. And this for a birdie. Can one of these guys, you think, get a birdie out of this group?
Won that 2008 Queensland PGA Championship. With putts like that, it's little wonder why.
Well done, Darren Beck. Excellent.
Hi, I'm Damien Jordan.
Hi there, I'm Steve Jeffrey from Southport.
I'm Matt Griffin from Victoria Golf Club, and I hope you're enjoying
PGA TV.
Some of the biggest names in golf are coming to Western Australia for the ISPS Handa World Super 6 Perth. World top 10 star Alex Noren and South African Louis Oosthuizen headline a star-studded field in an exciting, fast-paced event. Be at Lake Karrinyup Country Club for 54 holes of traditional stroke play over the first 3 days before the thrilling final round knockout match play. This isn't going to be par for the course.
Won't be par for the course, but wow, what an event it's going to be in a couple of weeks over in Perth. Stroke play for the first 3 rounds, then the knockout match play alley. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great initiative trying to come up with some new formats. This is Josh Caban, his second into the 13. Missed it on the long side. Not a bad play out there today as well, with that whole location bringing that front right bunker into the mix.
Now here's Anthony Quayle with his second shot. I can't tell if he's in the hazard there. It appears not. So assuming here it's his second.
to keep it low of the trees, get some height on it, hopefully some spin. He did.
Yes, didn't see if he took a drop or not, but anyway, that's a good shot in there, safe.
Daniel Valente, his second, from a bit of a safer position on the fairway. We've talked about how receptive the greens are. It certainly was there for Valente, nearly popping it in from the fairway.
You were saying, or Peter Lonner was saying in the practice rounds, that the course was playing quite soft, and good evidence there, particularly for this time of the year down here. You've played here a lot.
Absolutely. Wedge in hand, you have to expect quite a bit of suck back on the greens at the moment, especially for these ball strikers. That was Anthony Quayle. His birdie putt, not to be, but is putting together a very solid round today. Just 22 years of age, won the first stage of Q School a couple of months back.
Looks a good athlete, doesn't he?
He's built like a quarterback, I can tell you. This is Josh Caban, and that's not going to get there. So it's going to be a par for him.
Did you get into the NFL when you studied in the States and played golf?
A little bit, yeah. It's one of those games you can kind of warm up to once you work out the strategy behind it all.
Super Bowl this Monday, of course. Now here's Valente, birdie putt. The Patriots and the Falcons. Ooh, just slides by. He'll go on to tap in, but what a round in that group from Quayle.
I'm here with the 22-year-old Anthony Quayle. Great round today, 66. What was going well for you out there?
Rolled a few putts in there pretty nicely today. Got a few good breaks. I hit a lot of good tee shots. I was putting myself in good positions all day, so it was hard to really get in my own way out there, I think.
Just one of those golden days on the golf course where the hole looks like a bucket?
It wasn't at the start. I got off to a pretty slow start. I was 1 over through 6 or 7 holes, and then all of a sudden had a nice lip in and then got another good break on the next hole, and it just seemed to start going the right way for the rest of the round, so I just tried to sit back and let it happen.
So you're a rookie pro. You won the first stage of Q School a couple of months back. It's been a good little start so far. The course seems to be playing a little bit harder, if anything, out there today, so obviously you're going to pick up a few spots on the field. You comfortable in that position?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. That's what we practice for, and that's where we want to be. So, I'm happy being here, and I'm looking forward to the experiences I'll gain tomorrow for sure.
Speaking of practice, you do all of yours up in the Gold Coast. Where are you based up there?
At Sanctuary Cove on the Gold Coast. Best course up there in Queensland.
Well played.
Yeah.
All right, the members love you now.
Yeah.
Best of luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you, appreciate it. Cheers.
Yeah, it's the back line I'm worried about.
Won't worry about my back.
So how are those pro lessons going?
Well, let's see.
Well played.
Thanks, mate.
Found it! Looks like a bit of a tricky shot you got there, mate.
So on 18th you had a
Bogey. And what did you have?
a par.
Back to back. Nice work.
This is the 9th hole here at Huntingdale, and as you can see, it is a beautiful par 4 heading up to that amazing clubhouse. Now, if you can stay out of the fairway bunker on the right-hand side, you'll be in good stead for that just nice little short iron up to a slightly elevated green, a definite birdie chance. You've managed to miss all of the fairway bunkers over on that right-hand side, and you're in the approach area, and I have to say it feels like a really attackable hole. Just a slight elevation, the green slopes from back right to front left, so a little bit left of the hole and you'll have a perfect uphill putt. This is the collection area on the left of the 9th green. Now, it's not actually the worst place to be, pretty straightforward, back up the hill, and as you can see, all of this green slopes from that back right corner to this front left, the collection area. So if you're left of the pin, you're going to be left with a beautiful uphill putt for birdie.
Good instruction there from Alison Whitaker. This is hole 9. Let's have a look.
Tom Power-Horan, his second shot. 378 metre par 4 is the 9th. Back up the hill towards the clubhouse. That is safely on the centre of the green. Plays his golf out at Cheltenham Golf Club.
Now there's a Queenslander, Chris Wood, with his second into 9.
Finished 4th at Q School to get himself into this event. Very nice shot there.
Went left side.
Not a lot of room on that left side either.
As one of the interested spectators here is wondering, well, I wonder if I could get that putt.
From back across the green, this will move right to left.
This is Tom Power-Horan. Oh, just coming up short. Good effort though.
Studied a Bachelor of Science at Monash University. Was very determined to continue his university studies alongside his golf.
I know he's been blogging about the Kalgoorlie course, which you've seen as well. It looks great. We'll be doing that event on PGA TV in a couple of months. Now, this birdie opportunity for Chris Wood. Hole high, he's pin high. Any break in this, alley?
Not a whole lot. This is pretty straight. And he certainly gave it a rap as well. That's going to be a bit of a knee knocker back down the hill for Chris Wood.
It wasn't shy.
Certainly wasn't. He's had 2 miscuts from 2 attempts on this golf course.
Nicely done. So gets the par putt coming back, keeping the round going.
Hi, my name is Matthew Giles from the Australian Golf Club, and I hope you're enjoying PGA TV.
I started playing golf when I was 9. I remember the first time I got a birdie when I was playing with my pa, and I just started jumping around because I was really excited.
The 18th hole here at Huntingdale, what more can you say? Really important to keep your nerve about you. It's a tough par 4 to finish. Bunker up on the left-hand side, you don't want to be in there. Trees over on the right. It's so important to hit the fairway and keep your nerve about you. So just hit at the clubhouse and give it a bash. This is the fairway bunker on the left of 18. Now you can see from the lip just how deep this is. If you go in here, it's going to be really hard to get on the green in 2, but if you manage to stay out of the bunker and out of the trees on the right-hand side and hit the fairway, you're going to have about 150 metres up into the centre of the green, looking back towards the clubhouse. It's such a great finish. The 18th hole here at Huntingdale, and I'll tell you what, it doesn't disappoint. You've got dead area in the front of the green, a valley running through the middle of the green, a hill over on the right-hand side of the green, another valley here. What more could you want from a finishing hole? It's going to lead to a thrilling finish here at the Victorian PGA Championship.
Well, let's hope so. Love a thrilling finish. Alison Whittaker giving us a bit of guidance there. And here is Damien Jordan.
Thrills and spills here on 18. Missed the green short right, and work left to do. That's his third shot for Jordan. That's going to be a par putt on 18, the par 4. Made bogey on 17, was on the back edge of the green, couldn't save par.
Now this is to keep him at 8 under for par. Lovely, lovely round.
I'm here with Damien Jordan after a 2-under round of 70. You're up by the top of the leaderboard. What was going well for you out there today?
Once again, the putting was good and just trying to keep it in play around that golf course. That's always the hardest thing around there, and making the most of opportunities.
You said you had no idea how you were in respect to the rest of the field. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, it can be a double-edged weapon that, you can see where you are and, fall in a heap or, keep going strong. But, to see the leaderboard up there, that's good. I'm happy with that.
Now, we've got a lot of young players out on tour. Your development's been a little bit different. You turned pro at 29 years old, is that true?
That's correct, yeah.
So talk us up till that point. How does your development move along given your background over on the tours in Iraq?
Yeah, once I got out of the army, I just said, well, I'm going to dedicate myself to playing a lot of amateur golf, and then if I was good enough to win those events, and then practice hard for a year and turn pro, and then go from there. So.
Now, I have to say, Damien is a unit. So I'm just going to ask you, which way is the gym?
Yeah, I go to Snap Fitness. They look after me pretty good. So, yeah, it's just probably 20 metres down that way.
Oh, pretty handy. All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Good investigative reporting there, Ali. Which way's the gym? Do you know where the gym is?
Well, he made it sound like it was on the putting green. Not too sure. But this is the leaderboard at this point in time during the second round. Topped by the youngster from Queensland, from Sanctuary Cove, Anthony Quayle.
Yep, there's some good players there on that list going very well, but 9 under leading. Now on the second page, again, looking down through it, we saw Josh Caban there earlier, 67 today, good round from him. The other players that haven't started yet, they'll play this afternoon. Taylor McDonald, Anthony Houston, of course, there. Brad Shilton, the Kiwi.
And Dave McKenzie as well, runner-up here last year in a playoff to Ash Hall. Had a tricky final round, but still in the mix this week.
And the numbers in black there are the over par today, and you'll see Matthew Griffin, he started on the back 9, so he's played 15 holes. He'll want to try and come home with the last 3 pretty well, that's for sure.
And the big hitting Jeff Drakeford also having a nice round there at a 3 under total.
Well, it's been really good so far, the morning highlights here on the PGA Tour of Australasia. Let's hope we get some good play this afternoon. We'll be back with more later on.